All right, so today is August 5th, 2024. I took two trades today. I tried to short the market at 10:23 and then again at 10:44. So about a minute after I exit, I thought I saw an entry and I entered again, and then probably 10 minutes later I exit. So I'm gonna go over why this trade took 20 minutes. Why I thought I shouldn't have been in that trade for too long, but also what I saw in these trades, and also why I thought that this one was going to be good, but it didn't work out. And I'll also go over my levels. So here is where I took the first trade. We're going up into a level that I had here at 52.20. I do have these bars here because I said, well, I feel like this level should be a little higher. My level came from the 30-minute chart, but something felt off about it from when I marked it up. I'm not even gonna lie. Something felt off about it. The level came from this candle here, but this candle was inside of this body of candle. So something felt very off about it, but I still marked it anyways. So this is where the level went to. So it looks something like this. And we're going to it. And if I go into the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute chart, this is what we entered. We pushed up into that level, passed through it, and then down. And so it told me that price should go a little bit higher, but nonetheless, after we passed through that level and pushed down, I said since we're holding the bottom of that range here, that maybe shorts are still in control, but the level felt off. And the reason the level felt off was because we had buying in here, and then the selling came out of the blue, and the selling was also inside of this previous selling candle that's supposed to start the movement. What I didn't realize was that if I step back a little bit, that when we did have selling initiating again, that the selling actually came from the top part of the candle and not the bottom like it usually does for me. All right, so the top part of the candle was going to be where the selling should have been, and as you can see, that's where we sold off at, and then we came back to it, and then we had a minor pullback, which is about maybe 33% of the move back down. All right, oh, I lied, 50%. All right, so we had a minor pullback. So this is what I should have been looking for, but nonetheless, when the trade did pop up, I found a channel here, which also felt kind of forced. I was like, I'm not sure how I really feel about this channel. I didn't know how to actually draw it. I felt that it was a little bit off, and it was like it just felt off. I couldn't get like a smooth connection, and then we also had this high peak, and so they told me it was off. But I said I'm gonna try it anyways because we're coming out of the level. And what time I said the trade was at 10:23. So right about here. So my level was like maybe a little tighter, like from. Let's go into the default one. It's a little clearer now. Alright, so like from here to here, like that. So I was kind of dealing with something like this, I think. Right, and I felt off about that. I really didn't like how any of that was looking, but I took the trade as we broke this level, and then we had a nice push on the 1 minute. Let's go back to the screenshot. This is my 1 minute entry, the close of the candle right at the end of the channel. We had a nice little push, and I said we need to get below this high volume node, and price pushed down into it, and here it is. Okay, price pushed down into it, pushed up, and then had a nice push. I wanted to add more here, but I said no, I already went in 2 contracts. I'm going to stay in with 2 contracts, right? And I just adjusted my stop loss. So now I have a 20-point stop loss. Did I even adjust it? No, I think my stop loss was always 20 points, 10 to 30. Yeah. So I had a 20-point stop loss. 20-point stop loss on 10 micros is about 200 points. Right. So I was risking 200 points, but this trade here, when it pushed down and it pushed down on this level, I wanted to see strong volume. I got a 10K volume that ended up getting eaten right back up, and then price pushed up, and I should have exited here, but then I saw that we were rejecting VWAP, and then we bounced around, and then I think that's where I exit the trade, around here when price was pushing up before I pushed down. I said screw it, and then after I exit the trade, at the same time I exit was the same time that I entered the trade right down here, and then price basically just started reversing. It pushed up, sorry, it pushed up, pushed down, and it started reversing, and I just took my exit around here somewhere, and I said screw it, I'm not gonna hold on to this trade, and I was risking about the same amount, 6 where's the exit, 52224. So actually I kind of got stopped out, so, and I was risking about 20 points also for this one. So maybe it was a little bit more that I got. Let's see here, 5206.50 minus 5224.25, so about 17 points on that trade. Oh yeah, that's right, that makes sense. It's 10 divided by that. So that was that. So this one here was a 17-point stop loss, and the other one was a 7-point stop loss that I exit at. So those were my 2 trades. Now, how could I have traded this differently? Right? If we go back into what I was looking at with my level that I saw, I could have marked it a little higher, and then I'd look for a better entry. So I probably wouldn't have taken any trades, or I would have been looking for entries around this rejection right here, right? And then from there, I'd be looking for a channel break where I didn't get one here, I don't get one there, right? I need the 5 minutes close, or a good 1 minute channel that makes sense. So I'll bring the 1 minute over so we can see. Now if my level was there, right, so I need to find a level after we have a rejection. I need to find a level that I can trust, and usually I want a bullish channel, and this one here does not provide. This looks very flat, but nonetheless I'd probably have to be iffy about this. What time does this one close? At 50:49. So it's the opening of that candle, so not this one here. I'd have to wait for a pullback. But this is the opening. We'll push and pull back down. Alright, and I could readjust this now. I could readjust this now like this. Ay. Boom, because now we have a nice little trend going. How does it look like on the Alright, so yeah, it looks looking pretty good. I kind of like this here, and I can adjust it. as I go into these over here. All right, so boom, and um, all right, this looks good. All right, so then I like this close here, here, so right around here. So this is about a 17-point stop loss, which will still be about what I was looking for. And then, and we're also rejecting initial. Is this initial balance high? I just want to double check to make sure this is initial balance high before I go saying yes, it is. What is that? I don't know what this is. Let me adjust this to initial balance high. Okay, so here we go, and we're entering back into initial balance high because we kind of like held it. It's default. Okay. Here we pushed out, and then actually with weak volume. So entering here at the level, we try this as a channel if I need to, just for like seeing that it was a channel that's broken. Enter here, stop loss above, and let's see how we, oh yes, we did great. So here go price drops, hit the 2-1, and boom, boom, look at that, 4-1, and then reversal. So this, and then reversal, I say, as price took a whole like 4 hours to get down there. How long did it take? 3 hours and 20 minutes to get down there. But that would have been the setup. A better entry. Could have gotten out here or just held price until we reach there. And just let price do its thing. Probably get out at the 50 here, 50% mark. And that's a good 62-point move, or if I was greedy, 68-point move. So 62-point move on 10 ES contract is basically 620 bucks. All right, and I was risking 17. So if I'm risking the standard 300, so maybe 15 times 17, yeah. So 15 times 62, so that'd be 930, right? And so that would have been a good trade for today. So what I am reviewing now is the fact that my better level was the fact that price did push down and drop, and this one felt off, but I missed this retest in this section over here for price to move down. Right, this was a nice retest, or a very nice channel, and then price pushing down, and this should have been my upper part of this should have been my entry and not the bottom part, because the bottom part felt weird since we moved up higher. Right, typically we have this and then price just dumps, which is what I've seen in my previous ones. So I am going to make a note of my, I need to make a note of my different levels to review for when I am doing my levels. So review levels, because I think that could have saved me the headache of trying to take those two trades earlier. What I can say is that I'm glad that I managed my risk and that I didn't put too much on. I didn't force those last two trades to work out, and that also I just walked away from the computer. I just said screw it, let me just walk away. The other thing that I noticed was that NQ had a nice double bottom right before the entry, before the opening of the market, and then just moved up nicely. I really like these two candles with all three of them. So we have the wick on the 30, and then a nice hammer candle, and then we have an inverted hammer candle, all holding at the demand zone. Let's go. Let's put this into NQ's perspective, and let's see how price look like. So we do have the wicks, right? So now we're just looking for an entry. Could look for an entry at 8:30. Um, let's put this into the perspective of NQ, and let's move down. So could have put an entry at 8:30. So 8:30, we're looking for a channel on the 5-minute. I don't see anything at all, so didn't even get a setup. If anything, I could look for a retest at this level here, because we have high volume there. So a retest right around here, which we got right at the open, and then I'll have to go to the 1-minute to see if I could even catch this trade. So let's see if the 1-minute provide any opportunity, any channels or anything like that. So we did have this bounce here, so could have just entered here with about a 67 point stop loss. And I think 1 micro is either 2 or 250. So probably had to go 2. Let's see how much a micro is. Oh, it's $2. So the 67 times 2 would have been that. So I could have went 2 times 3 times 67. No, it's too much. 2 times 2 times 67. Or I could have did that, and then aim for that's not right. Here, I probably wouldn't have entered there. Probably would have entered a little higher. Not even gonna lie. Would have to enter at the break of the channel, which would have put me up here. So let's be realistic with the entry. Probably would have gotten up here. So maybe I wouldn't have been entering this trade. What is that? That is 137. So that still could be 2. Nope, maybe not. Yeah, it's just been 1, right? And then aiming for, yeah, we basically just hit that level. This is where we want to go, but we moved up to here, which is, what was this? 133. So 133 times 2 times 2. So 532, which is not bad. If we get the other one to be about 1,000 or close to 1,000. Just push up, hold, and then push back up. This is a nice push consolidation, and then this extra push up here. All right. So, and then I'm going to go over one more thing with NES. So that's a 485 point move. So yeah, that's about 9. So yeah, so that would have been a nice trade. I saw this happening. I just did not know how to capitalize on it since I don't trade NQ. Well, going back to ES, what I saw, which should have kept me out of the trade, was the fact that we had a 20,000 volume that came in at 10, which is this one here, right? and I should have respected the fact that when price came down here, did a break with a lot of volume and pushed up. This could have been my entry. If I go into the 5 minute, I probably could have found here. Yeah, so we had a nice inverted candle here at, yeah, a nice inverted candle. So I could have probably found an entry right around here, either from this or like that, and then I'll go here and modify it. So I saw the 10K, I saw that 20,000 volume, and I said I should probably not be in this short right now. And then once we broke out of this channel here, right, since we already have my 5 established as far as a wick, break out of this, stop loss here, take it right up to my level here, and that'll be it. Now, I don't have to go all the way up here or all the way up here, which would have been nice, but I think this move here would have been nice. Stop loss is about 16 points, and then up 31 points, which is about the same as what I was risking for the other ones. And then on 10 or 15, so that'd been like 300, almost maybe 400, 500. And then if I stayed more into it, which I probably shouldn't, because I have the high volume here, and that high volume here for that should be another exit, which is about 52 points. So yeah, so that's what I saw for these trades. I'm going to erase these information, and then I'll prepare myself for tomorrow with the fact that I'm looking for reviewing my levels and looking for price action moving out of those levels prior to, if they're not making sense. All right, be back tomorrow.